If you're a hiker, you're out at the weekend, you're inevitably going to have backpacks full of stuff, great big coats to keep you warm, big boots so you don't get soaking wet feet. But there's no reason why your watch has to be similarly enormous. This is the new Casio ProTrek Smart. And Casio's done a really great job in making this smaller, more wearable, yet packing in a lot of additional tech. You can see straight away here on my average size wrist just how wearable and normal, for a Casio watch that is, the ProTrek F30 is. It's 4mm smaller than the F20, the previous watch Casio released in the ProTrek range. 4mm smaller in both directions, just over a millimeter less thick. So although it doesn't sound much, it's actually made a very big difference. This is also a 1.2-inch OLED screen, which we've found with previous Wear OS watches is actually ideal. Not only does it give you a decent viewing screen, but it also stops, the case being absolutely gigantic. When you take 4mm off of any device, particularly one as stuffed full of tech as a watch, it's quite a technical feat. Casio told us that it's taken a year of development to do this and considerable reworking of the internals, including a smaller battery. Now, smaller in size. You might be worrying that that means this has got no battery life. Well, don't worry, because there's two ways of extending the battery life on this. If you're out hiking at the weekends, doing whatever, you're going to want a watch that doesn't run out of power after a day, because you're unlikely to be able to find a charger. So what Casio has got on here is two systems, one called multi-timepiece and the other one called extend mode. And we'll talk about extend mode first. It's really clever, very innovative. We've not seen something like this before. What it does is extend the battery for up to 3 days while still giving you offline and online maps for tracking your location and all the usual things that you need, like time and some sensor features too. The really cool part is that you can schedule activities. Say you're away for the weekend, you know you're going to want the mapping through one day between 9 and 5, you can schedule that activity to work and then switch the watch off for the rest of the time. So you're extending the battery life even further when you need it. Really cool. So you can get that activated before you go out. You don't need to worry about your watch for the duration of your hike. What we're doing here at this point is going through some of the different sensors that are inside the ProTrek. It's very much an outdoor lifestyle watch. So it's got everything you need, from a compass to a barometer to an altimeter and everything like that you'll need for your outdoor activities. There's also a map inside, and the map uses Google Maps, and for offline it uses Mapbox's system. So you can download up to 5 different offline maps and have them on your wrist at all times. And again, you don't need phone connectivity, because chances are you're going to be out somewhere where there isn't phone connectivity. So aside from extend mode, you've also got multi-timepiece mode. We've seen this before on actually several different watches and the ProTrek. And what it does is completely close down Wear OS and activates a really low power mode. On the ProTrek, it completely closes down the OLED screen and uses a separate monochrome screen. And that saves battery life even more. You'll get 30 days of battery life using the multi-timepiece mode. Cleverly here, this still gives you additional information. Again, sensor information, it gives you battery life, it gives you your month of standby, all on a monochrome screen for 30 days. Really very helpful indeed. I'll show you that in just one second, but you can get a preview and another nod to the importance of outdoor lifestyle on this watch. When you're looking at the different sensors, in sunlight, this can be quite awkward to use. So you long press the button and you get the monochrome mode using the monochrome screen instead of the color screen. really instantly viewable, whatever the lighting conditions. Really very cool mode. So if we go into multi-timepiece mode here, that's Google Assistant. At launch, the F30 will use the new version of Wear OS. At the moment, this is running regular Wear OS, so that's why it doesn't look any different. So we go back into here. There's two different sections. Daily lifestyle just gives you time, battery life. Outdoor style gives you the full experience. As you can see here, it gives you your compass and a lot of other data information. So let's activate that. It shuts down the watch. While it's doing that, we'll actually have a look at the design of my wrist. You can see there that it's a screw down back. This is very much the Casio watch, a very familiar design. And there we go, there's timepiece mode. These three little dots here, we move the watch around, that's north. And we think that's really cool, very handy. Again, a very well thought out operating system, so suitable if you're an outdoors person. Everything that you'd need on your wrist. So the design continues around here with these nicely textured buttons, very easy to feel and nice and large, so if you're wearing gloves there shouldn't be a problem. Naturally, this is because it's designed by people who understand watches, it operates extremely well as a watch. Sensors along the side, and there's the charging port. Because this has got military standard toughness, it's also completely water resistant. You don't have any pogo pins or anything on the back. You have a special charging port on the side there. This version is in blue, as you can see, and we think that this is probably the best addition to the lineup. There's a black and an orange version too, but this slightly more muted color makes it suitable for everybody, not just the masculine and over the top orange and black. Let me just put this back on and we'll emphasize again the wearability of this model. So if you're interested in Casio's F30 ProTrek Smart, this is going to go on sale in early 2019 and it's going to cost you $550 or 550 euros when it goes on sale. Interestingly, the F20 is not going away, that's going to stay. It's a little bit bigger, there's a bigger screen, there's more stuff that you can see. However, we're going to tell you this is the model that you're going to want. It's exactly the right size, it's suitably wearable for everybody, and this new blue color will suit male and female wrists. So that is the very cool Casio ProTrek F30.